The mayor of Irondale is following through with a community request to add their very own school district. This building's lease is up right behind me, and one local business owner is looking to turn it into a convenience store that sells wine, beer, and other items. However, members of the community are saying they need something that fits the neighborhood. Students started their tests around 9 in the morning, finishing up about 1 in the afternoon. Their test scores will be posted in a matter of weeks. Big Bunts and More is saying that while their front entrance will be closed for about a month, its drive-through will be open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. For many students, these magazines were more than just publications, they were a voice. Now that voice is at the center of a legal fight that not everyone agrees with. Right now, across Tuscaloosa County, high schoolers are taking one of the biggest tests of their high school careers, the ACT. After speaking with the owner over the phone after he did not want to appear on camera, he says that he wants to talk to city council members and the community to see what he can bring to the neighborhood. Mercedes says the GLC production should start in 2027. A crash that could have devastated a local business last night gathered community instead. Since the closure, these magazines are now rebranded and funded by alumni. The university has yet to comment. The mayor says that it could take up to 2 years for this decision to go through. Reporting in Irondale, Taree, CBS 42 News. This building's lease is up right behind me, and one local business owner is looking to turn it into a convenience store that sells wine, beer, and other items. However, members of the community are saying they need something that fits the neighborhood.
Well, y'all chose to live down here.
Community members brought their concerns to City Council on Tuesday night. On the right is Kelly Fitz, former Neighborhood Association president, who says a convenience store could change the character of the area.
This is our neighborhood. I mean, I don't think anybody would really want to, live in a very stable neighborhood, and then all of a sudden somebody decides to put in, something next to them that completely is at odds with how the neighborhood works.
Fitz says that there are several convenience stores nearby and questions the need for another one.
What they offer tells you what their clientele is going to be, and so we don't know any of that yet, but the traffic is going to increase, and traffic's also a problem down in that area as well.
There's a right answer here, I promise you. That's too good an intersection.
Tuscaloosa City Council member Lee Busby says to his knowledge, the store will sell beer and wine.
But I can tell you the people who live around here would love to be able to walk or ride a bicycle and just pick up a few things that they know are going to be there. Specialty items.
After speaking with the owner over the phone after he did not want to appear on camera, he says that he wants to talk to city council members and the community to see what he can bring to the neighborhood. In Tuscaloosa, Taree, CBS 42 News. Right now, across Tuscaloosa County, high schoolers are taking one of the biggest tests of their high school careers, the ACT.
Eat a good breakfast because you're going to be hungry.
The 3-hour college entrance exam tests students on English, math, reading, and science. Some students say it was the hardest test they've ever taken. Others say it wasn't as bad as they expected.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I've always been a pretty good student. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
For some students, this isn't their first try. Simon Besnoy says that this was his 4th time taking the ACT. His last score was a 31, and he's aiming even higher.
Before the February one, I sat down and I took practice tests every Sunday, all 4 tests for 3 hours, and then really just study, especially grammar rules and just a lot of math.
Standardized tests were optional in years past. However, University of Alabama's Vice President of Enrollment, Dr. Matt McLennan, says ACT scores will be required starting fall of 2028.
It's become an important component of our overall review, both for admission to the university and ensuring that students are placed correctly, particularly within entry-level math and writing courses.
Until then, students encourage future test takers to prepare.
Our school offers ACT prep and math. So if you have those classes, make sure you're going to them, and also go get the book at the library and look at that. Students started their tests around 9 in the morning, finishing up about 1 in the afternoon. Their test scores will be posted in a matter of weeks. In Tuscaloosa, Taree, CBS 42 News. A crash that could have devastated a local business last night gathered community instead. People came out last night for the aftermath to help clean up, and today they are leaving something behind. Bible verses.
Community members leave messages of faith along the plywood, a temporary wall for the big bunts and more. Pastor Scott Wilmore says his wife opened the bakery 7 years ago. Monday, she was getting ready for parents to flood her doors, but something else came crashing through.
She called me and she said, they just came through my store. I thought she got robbed. I'm like, oh no. She said, no, there is a car that just drove through the storefront. My first thought was, is there anybody in there? Because she's usually really busy about that time.
As schools across the street were minutes away from dismissal, surveillance video shows the car driving through the bakery, taking out the left side of the entrance.
She had put it in park and it had started to roll and she went to hit the brake, hit the wrong pedal. You know, it was just a freak accident is all it was.
Friend and fellow business owner of the Wilmores, Glenn Dodd, says he understands how moving forward isn't easy.
When you're in business, it may look easy from the outside, but inside there are things that come up on a regular basis. And so you have to be a person that perseveres and just has an attitude that I'm not going to quit, I'm going to make it. And the Wilmores definitely have that attitude.
The Wilmores say it's not easy, but faith and friends are getting them through.
I saw someone praying for her through the window. Just outpouring yesterday of people coming up as we're cleaning up. She couldn't get a lot done because so many people were loving on her, which was amazing to see.
Big Bunts and More is saying that while their front entrance will be closed for about a month, its drive-through will be open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. In Samantha, Taree Sellers, CBS 42 News. Let's check in with CBS 42 Storm Team meteorologist Alex Puckett for the latest. Alex? Breaking news from our Tuscaloosa newsroom, Luther Watkins is officially sentenced to life in prison after the judge forgot to go over the official sentencing last week. Watkins was back in court today after a jury convicted him of capital murder on February 13th. A jury sentenced him to life in prison 6 days later. The district attorney office says the family of slain Tuscaloosa police officer Dornell Cousette were present. The defendant had one supporter in his court, his girlfriend, who cried as Watkins stood before Judge Brad Almond. Watkins acknowledged his guilty verdict and that he understood he will spend the rest of his life in a state prison without the possibility of parole. Sheriffs escorted Watkins out of the courthouse for the last time.